Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your J code JAYFLIGHT SLX 265 RLS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you got this big awning. There's plenty of room for that to come in and out. On your off campsite, of course, your slide. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water connection is going to be just ahead of your tires or your slide. Because then your power connection is going to plug in all the way on the rear of the unit. Right on that back end here. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. Get yourself a nice long water hose. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level your unit. It does come with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to bring it down or extend or raise. I do recommend getting a stick on level. Find the middle of your unit, stick that on your off campsite over here so it's not an eyesore on your campsite. Have someone watch that level while you bring this up and down. Once you got unit level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. All four corners of your unit. You have these 3/4 inch jacks. Crank these down. Now you can use an impact driver or drill gun. I just recommend that you slow down when you get to the bottom because you're only going to want to bring these down until they're taut. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Get a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon and run these down just until they're taut. Remember, we've already got our unit level. We only want to bring these down just to stabilize the unit. Once you have any type of resistance on your hand crank, that's as far as you want to go. So run all four of those down. Once you got unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, your water plug in over here. We'll do our power first. Power cord all the way back here on the rear of the unit. A pistol grip. They go in to the left and then turn to the right. Once that's in, put your black washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need 30 to 15 amp reducer, you need to plug into a 110. Got your power hooked up, let's go ahead and hook up your water. Again, your water connection's up here, city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Just to the right of that's going to be your hot water heater. And all we're going to do at this point, folks, is make sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out last time you were out camping, draining your hot water heater. Get that back in there nice and snug. Then you can turn this hose on. After the hose has been on for a little bit, you can deploy the slide. Our unit's level and stable. But what I need you to do is get inside and open up your water taps. Open up all of your water inside. Get a nice steady flow of water going through the unit. Shut them off. Then once you know that your unit's full of water, then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping or boondocking as they like to call it. In that case, we'll fill up our fresh water tank. Your fresh water tank is going to be to the right of your entry doorway. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when that's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a fresh water button. Once that is full, you go ahead and remove that hose. Put this cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, so we got our water and power hooked up. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the unit, starting here on your campsite. Underneath here, low point drain. That's going to be for your freshwater tank. You're all prepped for a TV. In your bedroom right now is a mount that'll snap on here. You can take that TV and bring it out here. Cable to 110 here. Potable water tank. Couple outdoor speakers. That is a vent for your microwave. This is an access panel to the back of your fridge. This is a flue for your furnace. 2 things on that: make sure it's never blocked, and 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear, it does get hot. Your regular low point drain for campsite water is right here, just to the right of where it says low point drain. Your awning has pitch adjust. If it's raining, you want to run the water all down this way, simply pull down on that. That's going to tilt your awning. Odds are you'll do it at the other end because it looks like picnic table would fit good here. Separate entryway for your bedroom. Again, your stabilizing jacks. Pass-through storage with your hitch work in there. Your propane does come with a cover and a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Your power tongue jack also has a manual override. Right underneath this rubber stopper right here, that hand crank will get this up and down if you do lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Over to our off-camp side, the other side of your pass-through storage. Again, up here, our city water connection. Our black tank flush, we'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. Outdoor showers, hot and cold water, your hot water heater. And a storage area here. Again, this is where we'll dump our tanks. On your slide, I just want to mention, you want to add to the longevity of the life of these seals. Keep them pliable. They've actually got a spray that you can spray on those to keep them pliable and flexible over the years. Here's where you plug in your cable and satellite at the campsites. Spare tire with a cover. You are also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Here's where your power plugs in. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up beside your unit, first thing I'd like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Just above that, it's a little 110 with GFCI reset. Over here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking, dry camping somewhere, this will keep running off your battery. And if you're going to be gone for the day, go ahead and disconnect your positive battery post to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. On the wall, as soon as you come in to your right, is going to be your control panel. Here's where you check your brand new battery. There's the freshwater button I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. And your black and gray tanks, that's where you check those at. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your hot water heater if hooked to gas, your hot water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Interior and exterior lighting. The slide control, your awning. I just want to show you on your awning. Top is gray, bottom's white. When you're running this out, you only want to run that out until that white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your brown bar. These will continue to run themselves out and run themselves up backwards if you don't keep an eye on them. So as you're running it out, make sure you watch it and only run it out as far as you need to. Run it on and back in here. And continue our tour here. You do have straps to strap down your chairs. I'll show you how to turn those when we bring them back in. Get our awning in. Shut our door. Show you quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Recommend standing in the middle. Can give you good leverage. Remove your Velcro cushions. Lift up and fold it out towards you with these legs out. Lay your back down. And just that quickly, you got a bed. Make sure you flip the back up first. Fold these legs in. And just that quickly, you are back to a sofa. Table, simply lift this top off, remove those legs, put your top along these on both sides, put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another sleeping quarters. Above your dinette's going to be your smoke alarm. All prepped for a TV here. If you get a TV, before you run your digital channel scan, make sure you have that antenna turned on there. It'll help you pick up more channels. Down here is your IRV technology sound system. Should be dual zoned here. Not going to pick up much indoors, just a bunch of static. But I just want to show you got music indoors, or static indoors, or outdoors, or both. You'll pick up a lot more outside. That's a mute, that'll shut it off. Bluetooth, AM, FM, 2 auxiliaries. Nice sound system. Coming to my right over here is going to be your thermostat. Crank the air up in here real quick. Your AC has a quick dump. Shut my AC off. You see the AC will shut off rather quickly. I'm going to turn on your furnace. Now you notice when I shut the furnace off, it'll take a few more minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. There's your furnace running. And we'll shut that off, and you'll hear it. It'll take you a couple minutes to do. Nor cold fridge. Simple. Turn to the left for auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you run off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll go to gas. Or simply go to gas. If that light is flashing, that means your gas is low. 1 through 5 being the coldest over here. Self-explanatory microwave. You've got a light and fan above your cooktop. The glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Up for your panel. Goes from blue to red. Hit your spark, and when your gas is on, your flame up here. Same thing on your oven down here. Set it to your flame. Spark it here. No need for a pilot light anymore. And then once it's lit, set it to the desired temperature. Take that panel light, rock it down for an oven light. Down below your oven, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. So you got a handful of 15s in there, a 40, 30. Highly recommend having a handful of those. About covers everything in your living room. Let's go back to your bedroom. Back through the bathroom first. Travel. Make sure that when you are traveling, you snap these doors closed. 110 here. A little plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on it. It's all pretty much PEX. You're bouncing a house down the road. Just keep an eye on things. Make sure they haven't wiggled loose over time. Bedroom door. Make sure that you snap this open for travel. Here's your TV mount. Put a little TV in here in your bedroom. You want to watch the game outside, pull forward on this. That'll take that complete TV, and you can snap it on the same type of mount outdoors. Template. This is if you ever decided to wire this whole thing for solar. This is a template for the techs to know where your wiring's at. You have individual one-touch lighting here, as well as your accent lighting up top. Below your bed, a little bit of storage. And that about covers everything on the inside. Again, you got your separate door. Make sure that you keep that locked. Got this snapped open. Well, we're gonna shut off all of our lights back here. So that's how I like to leave the unit. Start in the bedroom. Shut off our lights and secure our doors. Make sure that shower door is secure. Close this door. And I'm going to say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Now we're going to take our chairs and turn them sideways. And then we will strap them in. But the objective here is to get them away from here, so that your slide can come in. We'll turn this one, and we'll bring everything in. Now we got our chairs secured, doors and drawers are closed. We're simply gonna hit in on our slide. The importance of having your entertainment closed. If you do put a TV down there, make sure that you put that back to its straight position. Now I want you to hear that noise. It's okay to hear that noise when you're bringing in and out your slide. It's just the slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further or out any further. So shut up my interior lights here, and I can walk around and see any individual lighting. That needs to be clipped off. A lot of one-touch lighting in this unit. Everything's secured. Make sure all doors are closed. Exit our unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this can catch on it. Lift your steps up, set them in softly. Pull back and lock that in there. Before you leave the dump station, and I say that in case you want to get inside and look at your levels when you're dumping your tanks, lock and deadbolt this exterior door, lift and turn this handle. If we're out boondocking, right here by the doorway, we're going to dump this weight. Dump, that's going to be a fresh tank. If we're at a campsite, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, and our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be between your tires and the front of the unit, smack dab in the center here. Hook up your sewage hose. 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack, and pull your black handle. That's going to be the one here on your right. Once that sounds empty, you can go inside and check your black tank to make sure it's down to 1 dot, which means empty. Leave that black handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and come up to this black tank flush. Hook that hose up, let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that hose, remove the hose, make sure all the washout you just put in there has drained. Once that's drained, go ahead and close your black handle and then pull your gray handle. Again, make sure that's empty. Once it is, that's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Lastly, we are going to come around to your campsite. We're going to get up underneath here and open up those low point drains. When them are done draining, we're going to come back over to our hot water heater. First thing first, lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump a bunch of hot water out of there, so be careful. When that's done, push that down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull this drain plug. Again, pressure release, then the drain plug. Once that's done, hook up your hitch and head on home. Again, thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.